Hi everyone. I honestly feel like it's been so long since I've uploaded a video, but my perception of time isn't the greatest. Hey. Um but what I want to speak about today, first a little story. So I like to walk. If I don't walk, it's usually because it's like raining or snowing or I'm just really tired. So I was on the bus the other day and this little kid sat in front of me and he was making like a cute little angry face. He was probably 5, but I'm really bad at telling kids ages. So I'm gonna just go with he was 5. Um and he was making a cute little mad face. So I was like, let me do it too. So I made like a cute little mad face at him and he was like, oh, okay. So he started like crossing his eyes and making like silly faces. And we were just going back and forth with that. To be honest with you, I was like a little embarrassed because his mom was right there. But I was like, he's a little kid. Sorry, that's my dog. Her name is Lucky, by the way. She's 3. Yeah. Okay, so we were kind of imitating each other. Yeah, so after I got off the bus, I was like, wait a minute. Who am I imitating in my life? Who are we all imitating in our lives? And sometimes we look up to really cool people, like our parents. Maybe we look up to some celebrity, and there are some great qualities in people that you see. Maybe they're kind, maybe they're respectful, maybe they're really on top of their work, they're trustworthy, they're dependable, they're reliable. They're all these things, and there's nothing wrong with looking up to someone and imitating people's good qualities. But we're in this flesh. We're in this flesh. So what does that mean? That means we fail, we sin, we get into trouble, we're not perfect. So we have these great qualities, but we also have these not so great qualities. So that's what I want to speak about. Who are we imitators of? Ephesians 5:1, says, "Be imitators of God, therefore, as dearly loved children." That's verse 1. If you want to keep going, verse 2 says, "And live a life of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God." See, I wanted to focus on just the first verse, but now I kind of want to do both. So I'm going to hit you with the first one. Be imitators of God, therefore, as dearly loved children. So you might be thinking, how am I a child of God? Or maybe you already know that you're not a child of God. If you go to the book of John, chapter 1, verse 12 says, "Yet to all who received him referring to Jesus, yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God." So that's the first point. You're his children if you believe him. Now, you're not just his children, you're his dearly loved children. And it says, "Live a life of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God." All right, it says, live a life of love just as Christ loved us. So when God asks us to do something, to act a certain way, he will never tell us to act that way if he isn't that way himself. For example, he told his disciples that they would have to serve. So an example that he made for them is he washed their feet. So God never asks you to do something that he doesn't do. He never asks you to be kind if he himself isn't kind. He doesn't ask you to be nice if he himself isn't nice. He doesn't ask you to love if he doesn't love. But he does do those things, and he is those things. And he is also perfect. So that means that if you imitate him, you're imitating those good qualities that he has, and you won't find any bad qualities that you would find in a human being, like in your parent or in some celebrity or in some teacher. So